Welcome back, everyone. We will be starting the next session shortly. Just a reminder, information about how to submit questions and how to access front captions are found in the chat. Our first speaker this hour is Matthew Corkum. Regardless of living with cerebral palsy, Matthew earned his PhD in atmospheric science. An outdoor enthusiast and professional speaker, his one-line jokes often lighten the mood as he describes weather and inclusiveness. Welcome, Matt.
Good afternoon. Thanks for having me. So the title of my talk today is A Park for All, an inclusive space. In this title slide is a picture of me skiing with my friends, biking with my friends in a race, and biking by myself in the mountains of Banff National Park. Next slide. So why do parks need to be accessible? Well, between 20 and 25% of Canadians identify of having some form of a disability. These people want and deserve to use the same spaces and have the same experiences as everyone else. Accessibility within parks not only benefits those with disabilities, but usually these changes make it easier for everyone to enjoy the same space. Next slide. So I'd like to talk about a myth here. Many people think that those with disabilities only spend time with others with disabilities. That is wrong, completely false. I make friends just like everyone else, and my friends have the same interests as me. That's how we all make friends. We don't look at the abilities of our friends. We look at if we have similar interests, can do the same things, and can do this similar activities. So my friends like hiking, biking, and recreating in the same spot as me. Next slide. So I started downhill skiing about 1.5 years ago, a year and a half ago, during the pandemic, through an organization out of Canmore, Alberta, Rocky Mountain Adaptive. They do most of their experiences out of Banff National Park and other nearby provincial parks. And they work hard to recreate in the same places as others. So friends can have fun together. They allow me to ski with my friends, which is the most important thing to me. That's why I started skiing, not just so I could ski, so I could have a ski day in the mountains with my friends. Can you roll the video? So here I am skiing at Sunshine Village in Banff National Park. And here you'll see other skiers skiing on the same run as me. I do not want to be secluded to my own run for people with disabilities. So that's why it's so important to make our parks accessible, integrated in with all their ski runs and trails, so that those with disabilities don't feel isolated. They can recreate in the same place as everyone else. And you can stop the video and advance to the next slide. So what does the vision of a park for all really look like? Well, first of all facilities need to be accessible to a wide range of abilities. That's including but not limited to parking lots, washrooms, campsites, transportation. And here's the kicker, and most important to me, is a trail system or ski hill catering to all abilities integrated into the same area. I do not want to go to one end of the park while those who have a different ability go to a different end of the park. I want to go to the same place. Go eat lunch together, take the same ski lift up, or bike the same trail as others. And then when we think about lessons or guides, they should be offered to all abilities, not just one ability. So if I want to take a ski lesson or hire a bike guide, just because my ability is different than others, I should be able to do that. And that's one thing Rocky Mountain Adapter prides himself and why I have become so passionate about them is they cater to all abilities. And then we should consider cost and accessibility. Example that may or may not have been brought up already. In the USA, park fees are often free for those with disabilities. I was traveling in Utah earlier this year, and I was offered at the gate free entrance. But then when I pulled out my license and they saw that I'm Canadian, they felt really bad and they were like, "Oh, sorry, this is just for US citizens." So I think as we consider accessibility, we need to consider cost and advocate to our provinces and country as a whole to make sure all aspects of a park experience is accessible. Next slide. So I wanted to conclude here and leave some time for questions. So those with disabilities account for over 1/5 of the population. We cannot limit parks to the other 4/5 of the population. We need to include everyone in our park system, just like a wheel with all the spokes. If we leave one spoke off, it doesn't work nearly as well as if we complete all spokes. And those with disabilities do not limit their social circles to others with disabilities. There may be people with disabilities in their social circles, but there may be non-disabled people in their social circles. So trail systems and services need to be accessible and integrated together so that the entire population can enjoy the same area. And finally, accessibility in parks helps to build a community where everyone is welcome, can be active, and participate together. That's the winning recipe, and I can't stress that enough. If we leave one portion of society out of parks, or for that matter, anything, it's just like a wheel with a missing spoke. And those of us who bike or do anything with wheels, we know it doesn't work nearly as well with a missing spoke. Thank you. That concludes my presentation, and I'm open to questions.
Thank you, Matthew. That was fantastic. I do have a question come in. You talked a little bit about the differences in accessibility that you have seen in the US. Are there any other examples of ways that some of the American parks are more accessible than they are in Canada?
I mean, to be honest, this spring was my first time traveling to a national park in the US. And before I even entered, I encountered that accessibility point from a cost perspective. But I seem to notice that there are trails in the park I was at in Moab seem to cater to all abilities a bit better than some trails I've seen in certain national parks in Canada. However, I still have so many more to explore, so I'm sure I'll come across more examples as I go.
Awesome. Yeah, that would be great as and when you do, if you can share those with us. We had another question come in about the skiing. So Rocky Mountain Adaptive are an amazing organization, like you said, that help make the activities more accessible. Have you found the ski resorts themselves, like some of the buildings, to have obstacles and barriers?
Yeah, so that is a challenge. I know. So far I've only skied at Sunshine Village, and I know their ski lodge or where most people eat isn't necessarily accessible. There's steps, the washrooms are all over the place and not accessible. Even something as small as I went for lunch and I asked for a straw, and the restaurant did not have a straw, which I can drink without it, but I often use a straw. So I think the ski resorts have a lot of work to do on that end. While they may pride themselves in including all on the ski hill, those people need to use the washroom just like everyone else. So I think we need to look broader than just the ski hill and make sure all services, like I said in my presentation, right from transportation to facilities, are accessible.
Absolutely. And I remember when there was a big environmental push to get rid of straws and single-use plastic, that does pose accessibility issues for a lot of people. So you're bringing up a great point there.
It does, but there are alternatives that work for me, like the fact that they had no paper straw or anything was horrible in my mind.
Yeah, definitely room for improvement there. I think we have time for one more question. So if someone wants to become a guide, how do you have any advice on how to find organizations that cater to all abilities?
So if someone wants a guide or wants to become a guide?
I think someone who wants to become a guide, who have guide training and they want to work for organizations that are more inclusive.
I mean, I mean, just first of all, find the area that you're looking to work in, and then start going around and see if you can find something. And if you can't find something in that area, I would encourage them to contact someone like Rocky Mountain Adaptive or another organization that does cater to that community. And they all seem to know each other or know of each other. So that's often your best resource, and they can help you get in touch with someone in the area that you're looking.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Matthew. I think that's all we have time for today.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much.